Contenders in the MLB. So you could be a contender. So let's take a little deeper dive this week in all of the teams in the MLB here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at them this week. So we kind of last week we did our tiers. We kind of do that once we're getting towards the playoffs. So we'll take a little bit more of a look at teams here as they get closer to the playoff round, which I'm sure the Orioles won't be in. These teams are out of it or pretty much out of it. Tampa, I think, is the closest as well. Tampa's not getting in. Orioles are eliminated, not getting in. Angels not getting in. Guardians not getting in. Royals not getting in. Sacramento not getting in. Twins not getting in. And White Sox are just terrible. White Sox are really, really bad for a couple of years. This is really bad. It's almost sad to see what's going on with the White Sox. So those teams are already eliminated or practically eliminated. The Rays may have a sliver of hope, I think, but pretty much that we're counting these guys out. All right, so let's look at who's going to be in the playoffs, possibly or probably. Blue Jays. I think at the beginning here I said with the Blue Jays, everything had to go right for them to win. Everything had to go right. And that's pretty much what's happened in Toronto. Bo Bichette, even though he's been on the shelf lately, he's been really good. We know how good Vlad Guerrero is. George Springer has been really good for them, even though like maybe he had to have one more good year. He did. So they've been really solid, I think, in a lot of areas. There's the best teams as far as bat to ball and in baseball. The batting average, I think, is the best. I think they're very, very good defensively as well. I think so. They're solid in all, and they're solid in several areas, which is why they're winning the AL East. I think their pitching has been really good. They Gosman, Bassett, and Barrios, not mega studs there, but a good solid rotation. They've had that for quite a while. So I like the Blue Jays. I don't know. I don't know though if they go further. I don't know if they can do this in the playoffs. I'm just maybe for no good reason, just a little skeptical of them in the playoffs. The Yankees. The Yankees kind of are, I think, what I've kind of always thought like all season. You got Aaron Judge, who could win the MVP again. He's been sensational. The only thing that went wrong for him all season is he had a little bit of an injury. He had to DH a couple games. He's fantastic. Max Fried, I think, is still certainly in the Cy Young conversation as well. Carlos Rodon has been really good for them. They lead the league in home runs. They kind of are what they're going to kind of go as far as Judge can pretty much take them, and their starting pitching can take them. The bullpen has kind of been not great at times. Defensively, I think better than I thought they were last year, but that's kind of why they don't win. They kind of don't when they don't win. I think that's kind of what it is. But the Yankees are right there. I think the Yankees are right there. They're definitely legitimate as far as winning World Series in contention. Red Sox. Not sure if they get in, but this is a much better Red Sox team. I think they definitely, as we've seen in recent years, they're getting a lot finally from Trevor Story. He's got like 20 plus home runs. So I think that has really mattered. They needed to get him going, get him off the shelf. So that's really helped. They traded away Devers, so you kind of figure, well, maybe they're giving up. But Duran, I think, is going to be a guy that they're building around. I think that's going to be very interesting to have Durant there as well. I think is he going to be the main guy? Alex Bregman has been really good for them as well this year. Garrett Crochet getting in, obviously bringing in Garrett Crochet has been fantastic for them. Bello and Giolito, I think in the rotation, I think are also have been solid. I think the big surprise for me is Aroldis Chapman, how good he's been. Like their bullpen has been fantastic. with him on the back end. So I think that's probably been a surprise. So they do finish games when they're in them. I think their offense isn't super duper. I think they get in and can possibly do something. I've been pretty impressed with the Sox. I think the consistency in the regular season basically is a little bit to be desired, but I think they've been decent. Lot to like here, obviously, with Detroit Tigers. The pitching, obviously, Skubal, I think he's got to be in your top 3 pitchers, right? And depending on who you have as far as all of baseball. So he's been terrific for them. I do see some flaws. I mean, Riley Green's been really good for them. Torkelson and Gabriel Torres. I don't know if their offense is going to work to play. I think they're going to start pitching around Riley Green a little bit. I like to see them. It's a matter of teams. Can they step up offensively in the playoffs? When you're in the playoffs, you're going against the best pitchers on the best teams. You're not going against what the nonsense the Orioles have been doing with rotate pitchers. You're going to the best pitchers on the best team. So can you do that and all season long? So it'll be interesting to see. Their 2 top pitchers, Skubal and Mize, are fantastic. So that should be enough. Jack Flaherty, Will West is there. So they have some things there as well. Seattle Mariners. So this isn't your father's Mariners team like we've seen the last few years. The Mariners are a little different. For years, like they have the rotation, but they don't score. We have the rotation, but we don't score. Not the case anymore. They finally got Julio Rodriguez to come around. Cal Raleigh, I think, is certainly in the MVP conversation. J.P. Crawford is there. Randy Arenza, I think, has been outstanding for them coming over from Tampa a couple years ago. Their rotation is not nearly as good. So it's kind of fascinating. They get all this offense, but the rotation is not nearly as good. Brian Wu, I think, is fantastic, and I think Munoz is going to get – that's kind of the question. Can they return the rotation a little bit to what it was as well? Because they're scoring runs. They're scoring runs. They're going to hit on runs. They drive the ball, and they score. I'm more of a believer in the Mariners, too. I think they've been also to the playoffs before, so I do believe that. Rangers, I'm not sure they get in. There's the one thing I do like, obviously, they've won a world championship before. They have a great manager, Bucci. So I kind of feel like this is the team. If they get in the dance, they have a shot, right? They're not going to be overwhelmed by the moment or anything like that as well. I think the biggest problem with them is the fact that they just have had so many injuries during the course of the year. They haven't had Seager. Simeon's not the same. Garcia, Daniel, Langford, Wild Langford, etc. As well. They're defensively, they're very, very good. So that's also a thing. So they're fundamentally sound, which is really good. I kind of do like them in Seattle. I'm really a believer in them if they actually get there because they're fundamentally sound as well. And I do like the manager Bochy as well. I don't know if they get in because they've really been up and down this year. They have all those injuries. I think is that. The Astros really even shouldn't even be here. This is the heart of a champion. This is another team that's fought hard all season. Altuve, I don't know what he's doing there in the outfield, frankly. He should be at second base, but he's been decent still. I mean, I think it's actually helped his offense some. I think that's possibly the reason. Pena, I think, has been good for them. They've had Christian Walker as well. At the top of their order, Hunter Brown and Vasquez that's about as good as you get as far as a 1-2 combination as well. So they've been really good. Josh Hader at the back end. I don't think the depth is there. I don't know. I don't necessarily love this team in a 7-game series, even though they have experience. But I think I'm not sure there's enough bullets in the gun overall. But the ones they have are very good, if that makes sense. I don't think it's enough like the Yankees where you have a guy that can just carry you all the way through. You have a great pitching all the way through. NL, let's go there. Teams that are practically eliminated. Marlins, Pirates, Braves, Nationals, Rockies, Cardinals. Cardinals still have a snowball's chance, but I think they're pretty much eliminated as well. Phillies. Philadelphia. Phillies are, I think, the offense, they have two of my favorite players in all of baseball, Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. Um, I think that's a lot. I think these guys are really good. They've really been there before. They got Duran from the Twins as the middle of the year as a closer from the deadline, so that's really worked out for them. The starting pitching the names are a little different. So you got Sanchez, Ranger Suarez, Zach Wheeler is still coming back from injury. Nola, not quite the same. I'm still a believer. This is clearly the best record in the AL in the NL East. There's a lot to like in Philly. Phillies, I think, are a really good position. I think to get to the NLCS, they're good. Mets, they had a big slide. I think they have won their last one or two. So I kind of just feel like they just never have put it together. They're just inconsistent despite all they have. You got Soto, you got Pete Alonso, you got Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, you got an old friend Cedric Mullins there. So they're going to hit. I'm surprised that Cedric Mullins has been – not Cedric Mullins. Clay Holmes has been such a good acquisition for them. He's been really good starters. They have had trouble with their starters. That's kind of hit and miss this season. And I do think Diaz getting back to form is going to help. I don't think they want to win. I don't think you're consistent enough yet. I don't think Soto is consistently good in the playoffs. So I think they get in, but I don't know if they're any farther than that. This is a team. I'm sorry, the internet was messed up last night on the open mic. I really want to talk about the Brewers because this is the best team, I think, right now in all of baseball. Best record in MLB. Just clicking on all cylinders. Christian Yelich, former MVP, is having a season. Jackson Torino is really good. And I think Freddie Peralta is really in the Cy Young conversation. Check. I think this team, the concern I have with the Brewers is they haven't been there before. So this is uncharted territory for us watching too. Like, we haven't had a really good Brewers team as well. Teams aren't as dominant this season. I think there's a lot of flawed teams. I think the Brewers have had the best regular season. I don't know if they win 100 games. They're going to win the most games, I think. I don't know if they win 100 games because we only got like a week or two left. But they'll win like 90. They're already at 90 wins. They'll get to 97 or something like that at least. So the Brewers, I think, are really good. Can this contain in the playoffs with the Brewers as well? Reds, yeah. Every time I've read, I try and write notes and have more than De La Cruz, but De La Cruz, like, that's about my highest excitement level with this team. Spencer Strider, Bray Singer's been really good for them as well this year. Zach Lytle, I did want to mention Emilio Pagan out of the bullpen, not bad. But they're about a 500 team. I don't know how far they get. This team should be above 500. Now, the offense just can't be consistent enough as well. And Tucker, they may not have. That's going to kill them. They can't survive that as far as winning a World Series if you don't have Kyle Tucker in the playoffs. With the extent of his injury, Michael Busch, Happ, Darby Swanson. I see him like hitting seventh. Come on, man. Gotta give him more. They may have the rookie of the year, I think, on the mound, Cade Horton, Matt Boyd. The rotation is good. So they're going to get good starts every night, but they're just, come on. Got to be better. Got to do better. Here's a team that's definitely got to do better. I don't think this is as bad as the Dodgers fans think it is. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, Muncy, Hernandez, Edman, Pate, we know. Offense is just top shelf across the board. Starting pitching, I think, has had some issues. They're relying more on Kershaw than I thought. But Snell, Glasnow, you get them in. Their bullpen is going to kill them or save them. They just, if you can't get Tanner Scott and Turan and those guys to pitch as well in the postseason, you're just in big trouble. That's period in the story with the Dodgers. I mean, defensively, you could argue, but their bullpen is going to. They can win the World Series if you get better start to the bullpen. If it goes like it's been going, you're going to lose too many games and give away games. A few more. San Diego Padres, I think, are the team I wanted the Orioles to become. That's definitely not happened here because they went out and developed those young players and spent a lot of money. So that's definitely the case. We got our teams: O'Hearn, Machado, Mariano. They're scoring runs. I think they actually didn't score as much as they thought until actually the trade deadline, which is really picked up as well. They got Darvish back. They have Cease there as well. I think they might be better than Dodgers. I actually like them in a playoff series against the Dodgers as well. I'm just so impressed by what I've seen, and I'm telling you, they have the opposite of the Dodgers. That back end of the bullpen, Mason Miller, and Suarez, fantastic. Like the Padres. I think if they can get enough offense, they can get it. Diamondbacks, for being here, I'm going to give them a hand clap, considering all they've been through. That's saying a lot. Losing Corbin Burns, losing a bunch of their guys, losing they're supposed to have this great rotation. They've had a lot of injuries. Offensively, I'm not uber impressed outside of Marte and Corbin Carroll. They're that may or may not be enough because they're really good players as well. Brandon has been really good for them. Zach Allen, kind of the same. Germano Paramo, I think I got that name right. I'm trying to say it. Really good emerging shortstop for them as well. The Diamondbacks getting here, I'm impressed. Considering that, one more, the Giants. I like them in the future because I do like the Devers trade. I think that's really good. And I do like their rotation at the top. I mean, it's hard not to like Robbie Gray and it's hard to like and Logan Webb as well. The offense, I think, is getting better, but I don't – if they can get in, and I'm not sure they get in, I think they're about mid. It just seems like there's something missing from every time I see them. I think there's like this. So there you go. There's the field. The contenders in the playoffs. Yeah. So there you go. They're the playoffs contenders there as well. Definitely check that out. Orioles report. Let's knock this out here. Orioles report. Gary Sanchez sent on a rehab assignment. Again, we got like 10 days left. I don't know. Just get him some work in, I guess, for the offseason. I don't think there's almost any chance that he comes back. I'd be shocked if you saw Gary Sanchez in an Orioles uniform in 2026, unless it's as a manager and he retires as well. Colin Shelby on rehab assignment as well. So Orioles went ahead and did that last week. Tyler O'Neill is reinstated from the 10-day deal. Sent Daniel Johnson to Norfolk. Man, I've had a lot of guys come in and out as well. So definitely that's a thing there as well. Skipping one, Carson Ragsdale is going to go down to it's been DFA'd. Terrible in his start. Usually like they send these guys down so fast, so I'm usually like, but man, he gave up like 8 runs. He was really awful. Bad news with Suarez. I think they were kind of hoping that he could kind of just make it to the end of the year so they feel about this year, but he goes on the IL again here at the end. So that's not good. Recall McDermott from AAA, Chance McDermott from AAA, and Jose Castillo, not the one we know, the other one from the Mariners as well. Yamir Hidalgo also too was recalled. This surprised me when I saw Ellie Rutgers going on a rehab assignment. I thought they were just going to pack it in with him for the rest of the year, but he's actually going to go on a rehab assignment, just going to try and get back on the field. He's another one. I think they're just trying to get him some trade value. I'd be surprised. We'll go into that in the offseason. We're still in the season yet, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with Adley as well. Jordan Westberg is back. He was actually starting the last 2 games. Jose Castillo was activated as well. Grant Wolfram was sent DFA, and again, Emmanuel Rivera was DFA'd. It's crazy. He's been up and down so many times. Like that's just wild. Keegan Aiken was good. He had 2 saves this week as well. Gunnar Henderson, I kind of put him in this category a couple times. He's been good. but not really driving the ball. Kobe Mayo had a solid week as well. Kobe Mayo's hitting for power. I've kind of noticed that with Basayo, Mayo, and Cowser, average not what we're hoping for, but they're hitting home runs. They're hitting the ball over the fence. So that's what they're definitely doing. He's got like 9 home runs, so he's been good as well. I thought he was over 300 this week. I thought he was really good. Jeremiah Jackson's finally cooled off. I think not good this week. Mounties here simply because his playing time is diminished. Another guy next season. Yeah, like he's I don't even know if that's even the wrong thing, because if you're going to play Mayo and you want to take a good look at him, like somebody's got to sit. So the way Jeremiah Jackson's been hitting or whatever, Mounties, I think, kind of been I think it's definitely decreased. Yadier Cano, he's probably pitching his way off the roster next year as well. Yankees week. And my wife used to work downtown. It's like, are the Yankees in town or the Red Sox in town? There's going to be packed full of fans. They're going to make some money. We're getting catering. And so you got the Yankees this week. Also to the Tampa Bay Rays as well. The Yankees are definitely want to play the spoil with the Yankees, get them out of the playoffs, get them a worse playoff position. Tampa, a flickering hope to get in. I'm not sure there's enough time for them as well. Jackson Holiday making his case for most valuable Oriole. We'll see. I think it's him and Gunner for that. Jackson Holiday's scoring right before us, down to team leader home runs with 17.